Should I take my sunglasses off?
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
All right.
All right, this is Mark Robbins Kinnaman, Ivy Literature teacher at Terry Parker High School. I'm sitting with Terry Crystal Jr. Terry, you have the Pablo Neruda poem Almeria. Tell me, what did you see in the poem?
All right, so with this poem, Almeria, I thought it was pretty angry. I'll talk about what I think the message is and stuff like that. But one of the first things I want to talk about was how angry he was. He's clearly angry at the rich people who seem to be ruining his life. Like he talks about the rich men in that last stanza, which I mean is obviously rich people. And he talks about like the church, or I guess a bishop. Maybe the bishop in that area was really rich. Banker, he talks about a banker, rich people. The colonel, the colonel is, I'm guessing, rich because they're talking about like he's at a party and stuff. So he's like targeting all these like rich people, and he's probably saying like, you're causing problems. Like he thinks they're responsible for the problems in this area. I'm assuming Almeria is like a place, and so he's like causing all these problems in this area, or they're causing all these problems in the area, and he wants to be like, hey, like stop it, or you should feel guilty for doing that. You can see it, like there's a ton of diction that gets it across. Like the words he's using really are like making it clear that he doesn't like them, and the imagery as well, like this stuff that like he describes it pretty intense, what people are going through. And so I think he's just really angry at these people, and he wants them to kind of like pay for it.
So can you bring up some specific examples of devices you were talking about?
Yeah. So like he uses some pretty intense, like with diction, he uses some pretty intense words. He says things like crushed and bitter. He talks about explosions, steaming, burning. I mean, they're all like really like bad words, and they make it very clear that he isn't really like very happy with these people. Do you want me to do it for imagery too?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, so like the imagery, like he says bowl so many times, you could assume like it's not like a real bowl. I hope it's not a real bowl of like blood and stuff like that. That'd be super gross. But like that bowl of blood that keeps popping up, I feel like you could see that. I mean, everybody knows what a bowl is. So, I mean, but nobody drinks blood, and so that's pretty weird that something that everybody knows, and everybody knows what blood is. So, I don't know, man. What do you want me to say? I guess, I guess that the blood is a lot of imagery. Okay, can I get a second? I got this, Miss Murphy. I got this. It's just such a ridiculous poem. I mean, the fact that people are drinking blood, or I guess that's like some kind of punishment for them. And he makes you feel that with the imagery. So, I mean, I get it. It's pretty intense. And I actually looked at a couple of different things. Like, I kind of saw it through like a psych lens where it's kind of weird that he feels so strongly about this, even though I think we talked about it in class. Like, he's not from Spain. He's from like Chile, and So why would he even feel the depth of this stuff? And the only thing I can guess is that even though he's not like from there, he like he's been like he went there and he saw this and that caused him to be angry, and therefore that's why he had this response.
Okay, great. So, are there any other poems that you can connect to this one?
Yeah, like he wrote like a lot of poems, and we read quite a few of them. And there's some other poems where he was pretty angry. That one where he talked about that dude who he wanted to be in hell. General. Is it General Frank? General. Anyways, like he writes about this general. And he's like super pissed, and he makes it really clear that he thinks this guy should die. And I think in Almeria, he makes it also very clear that he wants these people, maybe not to die, but to be like, to suffer. So, yeah.
Do you feel his attitude is valid in these poems?
Valid? I mean, all the feelings that people have are valid. The emotions you feel can, like, they make you feel things. So, like, I mean, I've been mad at people who I thought were doing, like, dumb stuff. And I'm sure he thinks that these people are being, like, super dumb. And the things that they're doing, which is why he's so angry at them. So, I would guess, I guess that you could say that he's valid. I mean, if it actually happened, if these people died the way that he said they died, with like trampled heads and stuff, I guess that those people who were responsible for that should like pay for it or something along those lines. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that he's valid because he knows what he's talking about. Because, like I said, I'm pretty sure that he was there and he saw those things, and so, it's okay for him to feel that way.
All right, good work. We're going to go ahead and move on to the discussion question.
All right.